This is Adobe Acrobat DC Pro Lab number 6, Combining Files. If you would like to follow along in the book with this lab, you will find it on page 178 to 188 in our Classroom in a Book text. In this lab, we're going to be combining a number of different documents into one PDF, and these are going to be different document types. And after we've done that, you actually be able to go in and select specific pages from those documents, whether or not they're going to be included or not. Then you'll be combining them into a single PDF. Okay, first of all, make sure that you have downloaded all of the files you need for this lab. That is on the week 14 page at the bottom. All the files are there. There should be 7 of them. A quick note too, there are 2 files there that are specific to Microsoft Office, a doc and a doc XLS, which is an Excel file. And if you don't have these applications loaded on your computer, you will not be able to merge them. So it's okay to skip those if you don't have those applications. You can get Office 365 for free. There's a link on the main page for that on Canvas. Okay, we're going to start by clicking the Tools tab in Adobe and the Combined Files feature, which is near the top next to Create PDF. And we're going to add these files, so make sure that you've already downloaded those. They will show up in your download folder. And also a good idea to make sure that if you set the display for details, and then make sure that it's alphabetical by name, because it will load them in that order, and that'll be more convenient to finish this exercise if you do that. And then click and drag over all of them and click the open button. Now, depending on how fast your computer is, it may take a minute or so to load these, and you can see now that all 7 files have been loaded. Okay, so if you hover over any of these files, you see a couple of icons come up, and it depends on what is in each of these documents you've loaded. On this one, if you click the plus magnifier, you can see the image as it looks on a full page. You can either click the X up here or just click anywhere in the gray area to shrink it back down. Now, looking at the 6th document, the overview.pdf, if we see a 3rd icon here with the double arrows, that expands its pages. So now you can see each page, and we're going to go ahead and delete that 3rd one. We're going to remove it completely. So hover over it and click the delete icon. Now we're going to go ahead and click this icon again to collapse it, and then go to this XLS document and expand that. And also remember that if you do not have Excel on your machine, you won't be able to load either of these documents, the .doc or the XLS. That's fine. If you're unable to do it, just skip these files. But keep that one expanded, and now also click on this logo file, and we're going to go ahead and move that to the front, and we're going to click and drag that until it's all the way to the front, and then let up on the mouse and see now it's been moved to the first page. The next thing we're going to do is move one of these XLS files. We're going to take the first one, and we're going to drag that so it's over just before this last PDF file, the overview. So take the first XLS, and you can separate it and drag it so it's in this new position. So then the last thing we want to do is take this Aqua Overview PDF, and we're going to drag it so it appears just before page 2 where that Aqua bottle is. And at this point it should be ordered correctly, and we'll check, and it should be in the order of the logo, the aquabottle.pdf, the overview.pdf, the building.pdf, the costs, financial analysis of, that's the second page from the XLS file, the market dot, and the first page from the XLS. Remember, if you do not have Excel or Word, you won't be able to do these last three. That's fine if you can't. Okay, before we merge the files now, I'm going to take a look at a few optional things here. First of all, you can change the view up here from the thumbnail view to a list view, and you can see now that this is in the list view in the same page order as we have set up. Also, there's an option button that you can select, and this determines the file size. Typically you want to keep it in the middle. That's for general viewing. If you're going to do a high quality printing, you might want to pick the larger size, or if it's for something that's going on the internet or you want smaller, you can pick the smaller size. We'll leave it in the middle. And then these are usually going to be checked all the time, the add bookmarks and show errors. So you can pretty much leave that the same just so you know it's there. Okay, at this point in time then it's pretty simple. You simply push the click the combine button, and again it depends on how fast your machine is as to how long it takes to do this. You might note it takes a little bit longer to access and combine these Word and Excel documents. So once they're completed, and this is almost done here, this is now going to show you the final result, and this is the combined PDF file in that order. Also note it has created default bookmarks, which in a real document you might want to edit those, but it does create them for you. So at this point in time we can go ahead and save this. So note that it created a file name default of binder2.pdf. It's just something that generates, and we're going to go ahead and change that. So do a file save as, and we can just go ahead and put that, I'm going to put it in the downloads like it was before, and of course as usual use your name, and this is going to be -lab 6. There is no part 1, 2, or 3. There's only actually one file to turn in for this lab. So click the save button, and at this point you're finished. You can go ahead and close the document. So only one file to submit. Again, first name, last name, -lab 6. No part 1, 2, or 3 this time. This concludes our lab number 6 video. You only have one file to turn in. That'll be the PDF with the other combined files in it.